lightly 'cause it's heavy, heavy friendly. There is an eagle flying.
Hey, everybody,
winners.
and thanks.
I said friend winners.
You always like to say hi, frienders.
Yeah, because I'm trying to make that a thing.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Well, just now off mic, we decided we were going to try to do it in unison, and it didn't.
But that just goes to show we don't
Work.
over plan.
Oh, that's true. I always say don't plan at all, and then you won't over plan. It's like when they say shoot for the moon and you'll land among the stars, I say shoot for, the basement and you'll be pleasantly surprised when you're on the second floor.
That's a really good saying.
Thank you very much.
And it's eloquent.
I'm going to put it on posters.
To the show, everybody. Well, how are you? How are you doing? How's your life been?
Yeah.
How's your health? Have you had your blood pressure checked?
Yeah, let's
recently?
take a second and check in with them and hear what they have to say.
So we'll just pause.
Yeah, we'll just take a moment here.
So,
Interesting.
good for you. Or sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
But it could be either way.
Exercise is really the key to a lot of issues.
You're strong of mind and you're strong of will. And
yes, you can quit those vapes, those vape cigs.
Oh, those addictive, delicious vapes.
You can do it. Yeah. Hot topics. Let's get some hot topics. Vaping.
Hot topics. I'd like to welcome everyone to the show.
Okay. And tell them what it is.
It's a podcast called Heavy Friending. The voices you're hearing are two friends now.
Yeah, best buds.
One of us is named Joe and one is named Laura.
We'll leave that to you to
have some fun
figure
with
out.
It.
Yeah, it's true.
And this is a friendship-based podcast.
Austin's number one friendship-based podcast.
Number one on the charts.
Yep.
If you
fact.
looked at the charts, you would see this.
Yep. Right at the very top.
Look at your blood pressure charts, folks, because too high, and then the other end of it is too low.
I'd really like it if you'd put your blood pressure chart next to the heavy friending chart and just kind of plot and see if it lines up. When the episodes are coming out, is your pressure going down? Maybe we are kind of helping you stay alive. So that's something you should think about.
We're sort of the balance you need. If you have high blood pressure, this podcast will bring it down.
Yes. And if it's low, we'll bring it up high. We kind of just do what you need when you need it.
And if you're a vape addict.
Yeah, let's talk about that really though. Guys, listen, I'm glad you switched from cigs to e-cigs.
That's probably good for your throat.
They said it would be good. And
who said it? It was mostly people who were vaping.
Well, I get but apparently this is like the whole thing where they're saying, oh, don't do the vaping is big tobacco. Okay, because they've been losing a lot of money.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah. This is a whole thing. So like the whole everybody's dying thing is really the tobacco people trying to scare everybody into not doing the e-cigs because they're losing so much money off the vape industry.
Oh, that vape juice.
And apparently Donald Trump's like in their pocket or some shit like that, right? But I just want to say from a bystander standpoint, I'm not even talking health here. It's annoying, okay? Y'all are annoying a little bit with your vapes. A little bit. It's like, can you ever take it out of your mouth maybe for 5 seconds? When we're having a conversation, does smoke need to be emitting from your lips? It's annoying. So just think on that maybe.
Well, I'm worried about these people because if you're that addicted to this thing, then you're
what else are you going to be addicted to?
I think
Porn?
you're not well.
Murder?
Porn? I guess, can you be addicted to murder? Yeah, I guess serial killers are addicted
for sure.
to it.
They can't stop themselves.
They love
I just imagine this vape stuff. I mean, you guys know it's not going to end well. You're putting some chemical, you're breathing it in, like you're doing it all day. I'm telling you, every person I know who vapes, I love you guys. I love you. I really do because I have some very good friends who do it.
Well, and they're all God's children.
And frankly, it doesn't smell bad or anything. It really doesn't. It kind of just bugs me the fact that you can't stop doing it, but it's really not that annoying. But you got to know something good ain't happening in there. You're putting weird chemicals in your body. I imagine it's like pink bubbles inside their lungs.
That's what I've heard.
Pink bubbles that look like that brain from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Haven't they released photos of that or something?
Oh, I don't know. That's just literally, I have not seen any photos. That's
I
literally
heard
what
that
I imagine.
It turns your lung into, I thought
into
bubblegum lung was a thing.
Bubblegum lung should be the name of like the next
or maybe
whole album.
No, I think it's popcorn lung.
Oh, yeah, that's what I've heard. Popcorn lung.
Popcorn lung.
But bubblegum lung sounds kind of fun a little bit, doesn't it? Like it's a lung
That would
you
be
get.
a
It's like in
flavor
the shape
of
of
vape. You have this is bubblegum lung flavor. It's delicious.
Yeah, well, apparently there's some kind of weird shit in the THC ones. You guys just be careful out there, okay?
Guys, and things are moving. This is my problem. I'm worried. Things are moving so rapidly.
yes.
New things coming out. We haven't
Yes,
tested it.
we
You're
don't
putting
know.
it in your body. You know, my cell phone's giving my right thigh radiation because
Yeah.
I only keep the phone in the right pocket.
in the right pocket, so you can easily get to it.
Yeah, my right hand.
Yeah. You couldn't
sliding right
possibly
in.
grab your phone with your left hand.
Well, I've tried,
left
and
pocket.
it's.
Harder.
I actually sometimes use my right hand to reach into my left pocket, and I look like stupid.
Have you ever fallen asleep made your arm fall asleep by laying on it a really long time and then reached into your pocket?
Where are you going with this? No, maybe. Yeah.
Some people do that to masturbate. So I was just wondering if you ever did it with
They
your
do
phone.
that to masturbate.
Yeah, they'll like make their arm go to sleep and it feels like someone else is doing it.
But it's so uncomfortable when part of my body's asleep.
Maybe the comfort you get from imagining that there's someone
Why did you
else
say
touching your
comfort
dick.
like that?
I don't know.
Comfort.
I don't know
Don't do
why
that.
I did it.
I
man.
haven't done that, and I don't think I will.
Okay. So how are your lungs? They're good? Tip top?
I assume, but I'm not a well man, so everything I do, I can't have fun like you people.
I don't have fun. I'm always on high alert. I have contamination protocol procedures in place. And right now I'm on level red. Okay. There's people sick out there, people taking antibiotics all over
it's
the
just
place.
allergies, right?
People with walking pneumonia. Oh, hell no. I'm telling you, if I even I don't even have to touch somebody's hand, but somebody looks at me too hard and I squirt hand sanitizer all in my hands. I'm like, you've contaminated me.
This is not and this is a friendship-based podcast, so
Yeah.
I will say right here, that's not a great way to make friends.
It's not, but it's
Or
a great
grow
way to not
foster
get sick.
friendships.
I'll say that. So,
Okay.
you
But you don't have to look at them. You could probably just act like it's
I'm
unrelated.
just saying they're looking at me. Okay. And I feel like they're looking at me so hard. Their germs are like getting me. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just
Well, actually,
like to keep clean.
speaking of doctors and self-help, I don't think I told you in detail about this, but I went to the dermatologist.
Yeah.
Can I tell you a little about my experience?
Yes, because I always, just before you begin, I always like to tell our listeners, go get your annual mole check. This is all about health this episode.
This is a healthy, because
you know,
I'm thinking of, I'm a 31-year-old man.
Yeah.
You gotta,
Some
you gotta
would
watch
say boy.
You gotta watch your sodium.
Man, child, but
You gotta watch your fats. Your,
you sure do. You sure
and
do.
also, I'm aspiring vegan. So,
Are you?
well,
Are you jumping on the train, brother?
Well, this is
welcome.
I guess I haven't talked about this either.
No.
Well, I read about, there was an article in the New York Times.
Oh my God.
And
That
it basically
publication.
said stop making fun of vegans.
It's right.
And as a person who's posted memes to a popular meme social media website, I had posted I had posted plenty of those because they
Yeah.
always do really well to
Well,
our
they're funny.
audience, and they're funny,
And they always talk about it so much. It's like,
but this is what that article was saying. It was like the author was like, I've never really met a person who actually fits that stereotype. He was saying how now vegans tend to not talk about it because they don't want to be labeled that annoying vegan that's bothering us with their needs. And so it's a lot of times I think people just quietly going like, oh, and is that, a dairy, can I have a non-dairy cheese or no cheese or whatever? So I think they're being, but I mean, these are the people who are saving the planet.
I haven't gone vegan. I've definitely, I've gone veg pretty much. Now I'll have a little shrimp or a fish here and there, but the fish that I've had have been caught by my husband
with his
in the
bare hands.
wild.
Yeah.
So they haven't been farmed or anything like that. And yeah, it's not for health reasons at all.
No, me neither.
And I've actually read that it's not really that, like if you're looking to lose weight from being a vegan or a vegetarian, you probably won't, because like a lot of those meat substitutes really aren't that healthy in terms of like calories.
Because they
and stuff
add
like
other
that.
stuff to make it taste okay.
Right. But John and I have pretty much during the week, we are not having any meat during the week. So no chicken and no beef. And Weekends, he'll kind of splurge, but I really haven't. So
Yeah.
now if someone makes something for me, I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm vegetarian, I can't
Yeah.
have it. Or if somebody orders something and then they don't eat all of it,
Yeah.
and they're like, you want half my sandwich? I feel like it's almost worse to leave
It would
half
be.
of the meat there that like was wasted.
Yeah. If
so
it's
I'll
going
eat it
to
then.
be thrown in the trash.
That's
and that's why
horrible.
I think you should, if you're going to eat meat, try not to. But if you eat meat, eat it out of the trash.
I got a life hack right here. Go to restaurants. Don't order anything. Don't order anything.
Yeah.
And just, tell the waiter, hey,
I'm going to eat the
scraps,
scraps.
send them this way. Yeah. Now you're getting a free
especially
meal.
meat-based scraps.
And you're saving, well, you're not really saving the environment, but at least those animals didn't die for
Well, I think
no
you
reason.
are saving the planet because I think that's the other half of the pie.
The waste.
Yeah, because if we
The
actually
waste.
use the things we eat, I mean, the United States is wasting food.
The United States.
We
Don't
just
get me
throw
started
stuff
on that,
away.
brother. Don't get me started on the United States.
Well, I won't then. But let me go back to the
Okay,
dermatologist.
let's take
Because I had never been, and I was concerned about it.
Set the scene for me. What were you wearing?
I was wearing probably standard clothing.
Oh, but you took your clothes off for your mole check.
Oh,
right?
yeah. So, the waiting room was like in a glass box.
Okay.
And the sun was beating in. And then I ended up waiting in the waiting room for like 40 minutes.
Oh, you got sweaty, huh?
So I was super sweaty, and I was like, is this a thing they do so that your pores are open or something? So they can like
That's
really,
why there's something wrong with you.
yeah, I don't know. But it was so hot, and I was just sitting there like sweating my clothes off,
Yes,
literally, because I took them off. And then they gave me this paper gown to put on, and I'm like, I have to like towel off before I can
Yeah.
put on a paper, or else it's going to be like
Sticking
paper
to you.
mache.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to be strips of paper mache. But it's weird because the nurse first of all said to me, she's like, I was like, I've never done this before, and she's like, okay, well, I'll guide you through it, don't worry. And then she goes, like, she's about to leave, and where I'm supposed to put the paper gown on, and she's like, yep, just take everything off except your panties. And
She
then
said panties?
She said panties to me,
I like that.
and then she was like, oh, I mean underwear. So that was awkward.
I always say panties to John, but it's to emasculate him. So.
I feel like, I don't know if that's what she was doing or if she was just like a slip of the tongue.
Yeah.
But anyway, so then, I'm in my paper gown, and I don't know if I told you this, but there's a mole on a part of my body.
You did.
Did I
I don't
say
know
it
if
on
you
the podcast?
told the listeners,
Okay.
so-
there's a mole on a part of my body that's the weirdest mole on me.
Yeah.
And when I say weird, I just mean it's like, most of my moles are pretty circular, pretty
Yeah.
uniform of color and everything.
Yeah.
This one's just a little different shape, and it's it's under my panties.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say on the front side.
Clearly.
So I was like, when they're asking me like, "Oh, did you come in for any specific reason?" And I'm like, "No, I just really want you to do the full." Just a full
Everywhere,
check.
yeah.
I've never been, but the full, and I'm just like the full.
The
So
full.
I never said,
Check
it's,
my
it's on
dick.
my penis.
Yeah.
I said, give the full, and I tried to every time they asked, I was like, just because I didn't want to have to do it.
Ladies, like, I get it. I'm going to look at your dick.
And then it's two ladies. It's a nurse and then the doctor, and they start. She
like,
starts
Barb, come
doing
here.
it.
You gotta see this.
Well, no, it was like the one girl. I guess I don't know if this is normal, but the one girl's taking like
Yes,
notes, I
yes.
guess, and the other one's just. And so she's like making small talk. You do anything
yeah.
fun this summer? And then she's like examining me, and then when she gets to my my panties,
Yeah.
she
Did
just so
Yeah,
she pulls the
they always
elastic
do that.
band
They always
up,
do that.
and she pretty much just goes, okay, and it's like up and then down immediately. Like
She didn't
doesn't
give
even
it a good look?
She doesn't even look
All right, whip it out, man.
on an
Let me
hold
see.
on. So she didn't even like go on the underside, which
Yeah.
is where this.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not thorough, and also like if I only go there once a
Told
year,
you to go to Sonova with Dr. Hansen. She would have gotten under there, in there, betwixt.
well, I would have preferred that. Honestly, like I would have rather just like make me uncomfortable
Did
with
she
how
go between
long
your
you're
toes?
looking at. I know she did feet. I'm not sure if she like
Mm.
went between the toes, but yeah. So she, then you roll over. Same thing with the butt though. She was just like, bloop, okay,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
like real quick.
What
just
if you had
peek.
one right in your crack?
Yeah, or just on the underside of my butt cheek.
Yeah.
She was only looking top down.
Man.
So I was concerned because then I'm like, I really
Yeah.
want her to look at this one that is really
Yeah.
like the main reason I came in. And so she's like, okay, I'm all done and didn't see anything. There's one on my foot that she said to watch for. It's
Those
on
are the weird ones.
It's on the bottom of my foot.
Apparently, those are some of the most dangerous ones. Are ones on your palms and on your bottoms of your feet. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a very tiny one, and I had noticed it at some point. I don't remember when, but yeah. So she's like, watch the foot one, but that's the only one I saw. So you know, very good. And then she's handing me like a pamphlet, and I'm like, it's hard to listen to her because I'm like, there's a mole on my penis. I need. This is why I'm here.
Yeah.
The foot. Fuck the foot.
Yeah.
Excuse me, doctor, but fuck the foot. So then I'm just like, and you know, the girl, the nurse, I guess, taking the notes is also there, and I'm just like, you know, I really need to like, and now I'm sweating even more profusely because I'm like, now I have to actually say what I've been trying to not say, which is there's a mole and it's on under my panties and I need you to look at it. So that's what I basically said. I'm just like, there's a mole on my penis and can you please just look at it so that I can feel better about this whole thing? And she's like, oh, of course. You know, so then she did look at it.
Okay. What'd she
say? Well, she said that's one we also will want to make sure to watch for. So now I'm glad that she did see it and that, you know, it's like, you know, she can modify the change by next year if there's anything.
Yeah. Wow.
So guys, the moral
so
of this story is
your dick touched. Only took going to the doctor and begging.
I literally,
Please, doctor.
I know. Well, it's so weird because I'm just like, I didn't want to have to say it. And that's why I just kept emphasizing it. Please, you know.
But I'm sorry, when you're a doctor like that, your patient did the hard part, which was make an appointment, come to your office, pay the money. You know, that's hard for people to do. They don't want to get out and do those things. So, you know, don't make them do that. If you're checking for moles, check everywhere. My lady checks in my hair, all through my hair, for anything on my head. She goes in between my toes. She checks under my underwear, all that stuff. You know, it's like,
that was what was a little weird. Because I felt like she was just like a little nervous. And I'm nervous. So her being nervous was not helpful. I'm just like, you know, if and again, she, you know, I think she's probably great at doing it, but maybe for whatever reason, you know, she sees this, you know, this body and she's like, wow,
doesn't want to look at it.
That's
too
a really
long.
good specimen.
Doesn't want to look at it too long.
That's like what we, you know, that's like a
textbook.
That's a textbook body that I've seen there, and I'm shaking. I'm flustered. So I get that, but I mean,
I believe your body was in a textbook, but I just don't think it was a textbook body.
Well, I would be curious what they say in class about checking under the hood. You know what I'm saying?
Well, someone may not have really, because I had a dermatologist in East Texas, the one I saw growing up, and I came back from college one year to get my mole check, and he was very religious. You know, you could see shit all over his fucking office, like Bible shit and everything. Teach his own, but you know, I don't know about that in an office. But anyway, I have a lot of moles. I'm a moley ass bitch, okay? And I go in there and I have the paper gown thing on. And mind you, they didn't even tell me to take my bra off, which I feel like there's just a bra covers so much skin that you should take your bra off. But anyway.
Well, shouldn't I just take my panties off too?
That's what I think. I think you should get fully naked.
I think that's fine. And if they have to say like, you know, move it to the side, you know, I'm happy to like help if they don't want to like grab my stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll hold it for you.
But I go like, he goes, okay, open it. And I go like I open my thing and he just goes, oh, yep. He like didn't even look at anywhere on my body. He goes, he looked at the front and then goes, oh, you probably don't have any moles anywhere else. I was like, bitch, I'm covered in fucking moles. I got moles everywhere.
Yeah.
You think I came to this office just to open up one time and close for you? You think I came here to flash you real quick?
I would be much more comfortable if they're just like going over it like square inch by square inch, just like, okay.
I want a full scan with a computer and then compare it.
I think this doctor did that for everything except what was under my underwear, which is like,
imagine how she felt. A guy like you sitting there.
Yeah, like
kind of basically hinting you really want her to look at your dick. Maybe she thought you were there for like some kind of sexual thing, that you were like, I really want you to check everywhere, doctor, everywhere. And she's like, another one of these fucking pervs coming in here trying to get me to touch their dick. I bet she was relieved when she saw a weird mole on there though.
Yeah.
She's probably like, oh, there actually is a mole.
I'm relieved to show her that I wasn't
like, with a Sharpie.
Just like, what's up? It's my phone number.
It just said hi. Yeah.
Is this okay?
Is this in a weird shape to you?
I mean, I didn't want to do it, you know?
Mm-hmm. No one wants to do it.
But I didn't want to have it happen in that way.
I got to tell you, man, I'm so proud of you for going.
Me too. But
Makes me so
it
happy.
Is like, I am like, so one of them's taking notes.
Mm-hmm.
How does that work? Because she didn't say like, I don't feel like she said
maybe
verbal cues.
Maybe you're not looking and she's like tugging on her ear.
Was she just like or what are they? Because I know they're measuring them, right? And
the how big they are.
Because if they're over 6 millimeters or something, I think it's more. Mm-hmm. But she said some that are smaller than 6.
Now I'll tell you my way. When they tell me watch it, I say cut it off, bitch. Cut it off right now. I don't want to sit and watch it.
Is that an option?
Yeah, that's what I do. I say cut it off.
But how does that work
on your dick?
Yeah.
I don't know. You probably want to see plastics for that, brother.
Plastics?
Yeah. Plastic surgeon.
Oh.
Yeah. Like if I ever get one taken off of my face.
How deep do they have to go for a mole cut?
It depends on the mole. Some of them they can freeze. Some of them they shave off, kind of like with a little razor blade. One lady hole punched my leg. Now I'll tell you right now, she was just out of dermatology school. She knew what the fuck she was doing. It was a razor blade shaped like a circle. She hole punched it into my leg. Took a tweezer, pulled up my skin with a layer of fat and everything underneath, and I had a dent in my leg for like 5 fucking years after that. So you really want to make sure the person that's cutting on you knows what the fuck they're doing, because you could have like really bad scars if you're not careful. But every time I go, I get one cut off. Every time she'll be like, "Oh, we need to watch this." I'm like, "Go ahead, numb me up,
I didn't
baby."
know that was a thing.
Yeah, because
I would take.
I ain't trying to sit around and wait for it to turn into cancer. How about just cut it off? I don't care.
Oh, I didn't know that was.
Yeah.
Well, she didn't mention that. Because the foot one, I think. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Because it's hard. You don't look at the
weird,
bottom
though,
of your
to walk
foot.
on it probably, but you know.
Well, but
But then you get sympathy at work and stuff. So that's another thing about your health, guys. All right. People are scared to go to the doctor. But how about use it to your advantage? Get sympathy from people. You know, you can say, "Oh, I got some news from the doctor." That's something you can say, and it can be truthful, and you can get sympathy. You know, you're at dinner and they bring the check, and maybe you mention out loud to the person you're with, "Oh, I got some bad news from the doctor today."
Or you know, you can make it a little more casual. Here, let's role play.
Okay.
They bring the check. Oh, thank you so much, Susan, the waitress.
Oh, you called the waiters by their names.
Yeah, well, she introduced herself.
Okay.
Oh shoot.
Oh, what's wrong? Wait, am I the waitress or your friend?
No, you're my friend.
Oh, okay.
You're not Susan.
Oh, okay.
See, I was looking over here.
Oh, okay. I know. I just want to make sure. But what's my name?
You're my friend, Jean.
Jean, and what's my motivation?
You're my friend, and we had dinner, so one of us has to pay now. Okay.
Okay. Is Jean single though? Just wanna.
Jean is. She's in an open relationship.
Oh, Jean's a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, Jean.
Oh,
Jean.
What about? Okay, that's a fine. I'll go with that spelling.
Oh gosh, this is so crazy.
What?
I think I left my credit card at the doctor today.
Oh my God. I left my credit card at the doctor today too. What a coincidence.
What were you doing at the doctor? What kind of doctor?
I was donating blood.
Oh, that's really nice. That's really nice.
Yeah.
I'm going to need a lot of that blood.
Well, yeah, they tested mine while I was there. They told me I have a rare disease.
I was actually telling you that I'm very ill, and then you sort of ignored it.
We're both ill. Whoa. What a crazy, weird coincidence day.
I went to the
why don't we say what we have on the count of 3?
Hold on. I went to a specialist who specialized in the limbs, a limb specialist.
Yeah.
And he said, doesn't look good.
Yeah, mine doesn't look good either. Actually, you say yours doesn't look good. Mine looks bad.
Yeah, he said
bad.
he said
He said
my
horrible.
doctor said normally I don't say this to patients because it's alarming when they hear this,
Mm-hmm.
but this is bad. Yeah, he said bad too. He actually said horrible. He said this
Mine
is bad.
said horrible.
But if I was honest,
Mine said the worst
horrible.
they've ever seen. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's like
so, but I think I've left the point is my credit card isn't here. So, cause I think it's at the doctor and cause I had to pull it out to pay.
yeah, I left
It was
mine too.
very
I
expensive.
left my whole wallet
It just doesn't.
because when you give blood, you have to take off your jacket.
Sorry.
I had it in my jacket.
Yeah, sorry. Gene,
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like you're saying whatever I'm saying. But
No,
you're-
I'm saying that's what happened though. You're not the only, it's funny you think you're the only sick person in the world. Like there's a bunch of sick people in the world,
Yeah, but
you know?
I forgot my credit card.
I left my whole wallet, my whole purse, everything at
you
the
just
doctor.
keep one-upping it.
I can't help
limbs-
it. Mine's harder than yours.
What's
what do
harder?
you even have? You don't even know what you even have. I know what I have. The doctor told me what I had.
Well, what is it?
Count of three. One, we're both going to say
No,
what we
you
have.
tell me what
no,
you have.
and the count of three, we're going to say what we both have because I don't want you saying the same thing that I say because you've obviously been stealing my whole life.
I went to a limb doctor. Mine's
whole life.
limb-based.
Well, mine's a part of my body.
Okay, fine. 1,
Two,
2, 3. Shrinking
Bubblegum lung.
limb disease.
Well, yours sounds fake and mine sounds real.
Well, he said my limbs are gonna slowly shrink until they won't disappear.
Branches?
No, they'll shrink just until they're little.
Twigs?
No,
I'm sorry I'm laughing. It's just clearly you've made this up when I'm like clearly over here sick. I mean, my lungs are turning into bubble gum.
I'm sorry.
How am I going to breathe through that? Ooh, I guess I could make big bubbles. And scene.
Wow. So that I think
didn't
what
really
you
pan
did
out.
was ruin the simulation.
Well, I just did what my character, you told me my character and gave me a lot of detail about her. And I don't really know how I could have gone anywhere else with her.
Well, maybe this is why no
but-
one committed to Jean and she was in an open relationship is because she was
Yeah,
all
she's
over
just-
the place.
I mean,
And she's a liar. She's a chronic liar.
well, I feel like your character was really lying too. Maybe the two of them should get together, and that could be another scene we role play later off mic. So, just think on that. I like that we're not taking a break tonight because you know what? Health can't
I
wait.
didn't know we were doing that.
Health can't wait.
So can we do a Patreon right now?
Let's just do it. Let's do it all.
Because we haven't done a Patreon for a while.
Yeah, a few eps.
Okay. Guys,
I'm not going to edit this either. This podcast is going to roll straight through.
Perfect.
Because we aren't going to censor our health any longer, Trump. Mm-hmm. Get out.
Medicare for all.
Yes, for all.
I don't even know what healthcare plan I like.
I like the one where everyone gets health care and that rich people
Mm-hmm.
don't get better health care than other people.
Yeah.
So that would be Medicare for all.
Okay.
Cool.
Patreon is a website that was founded on the idea
By
that
John M. Patreon.
creators are king and queens
Or just non-gendered
and
rulers.
royalty.
Sure.
Okay. Patreon.com. See, this would have been edited out because now I'm going to get hate mail saying, why'd you say king and queen?
Well, yeah. And also it just kind of implies that a king is high. A king is always higher than the queen. And it's like, so I guess the men Patreon people are higher up than the women, I just
Yeah. So
don't want
maybe
anybody
edit
getting
this
those
out
ideas.
then.
Okay.
Patreon.com is a website founded with the simple idea that creators are royal. And we're a part of that website. We're part of the movement, the creator movement, because creators, you know what? We're here and we're ready to go.
Oh, okay.
What were you going to say?
Nothing.
And so if you go to this website, you can support these royal, non-gender conforming or gender conforming, like
You do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You do whatever you want is the thing. Yeah.
All of this type of like royalty and creating stuff.
Sure, yeah.
We're on this website. We're supporting the movement, and you can support our movement to the movement by going to patreon.com/heavyfriending. You can contribute money.
It's just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Could be as
Could be a
little as
lot
you
of
want.
it too. It's up to you.
And you could do it in the name. You could say, I support health and Joe's Moles and the
Joe
bravery.
Moles ain't gonna check themselves, y'all.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they're not going to pay for themselves to be sliced off my
No, and he's going to have to get a
privates.
plastic surgeon for the one on his dick. So you really want to help him out
I
with
think that was the scariest thing. I'm like, I don't want this mole to grow to where now they have to
bigger
cut off
than your
my
dick.
yeah.
Because that would be really embarrassing too.
So visit patreon.com/heavyfriending and help remove the moles.
And please, everyone, go get your moles checked as well, yearly, annually. Please go check it. It's such a preventable thing if you catch it early. Please, please, please.
Yeah, just, go give us money too.
Yeah. And also Trump hates moles. So if you can remove your moles, Trump will like you more.
He will like you more?
He doesn't like moles.
So you want him to like you more?
Some people do, yeah.
Okay.
Like big tobacco.
I feel like you're losing our audience.
Okay.
now.
I did something. All right. I guess our ad's over. So now we can get back to health.
to it.
Okay.
This episode is so
Talk a little about posture.
Oh,
Posture.
no.
Okay. Do you see what's happening to me? I put my mic down too low. So this whole episode I've been going like this.
I've been doing the lean.
And I didn't want
You
to
see
fucking,
this? Yeah.
I didn't want to fucking adjust it because I didn't want to make noise. But you know what? My health comes first. So listen, we're going to take a moment to adjust.
You did do that earlier, but I don't know if you had edited that out.
I couldn't
Because
get
that
it.
did make noise while I was speaking, but I kept
did.
going like a professional.
Yeah, I saw that you did that. Thank you so much for
How
your
about,
professionalism.
What about maybe we do a standing episode?
Oh, really? I don't know if I care about my health that much.
He's got a
I'm
standing
so
desk.
sedentary.
I know.
It's so bad.
Me too.
If you don't do it, you know what I know? If you don't do it first thing in the morning, you ain't gonna do it, guys. Okay?
That's not true.
Okay.
That's not true at all.
If you don't exercise right when you get up,
That's not.
if all day you're like, I'm gonna do it after work, I never do it.
No, I think my secret to exercise, and guys, feel free to use this.
Is soup cans,
It's
everybody.
No, I'm past that.
Soup
I'm a
cans.
cardio kickboxer.
Okay.
It's a YouTube video. It's a half hour long.
Don't explain that yet because I want to tell them what I was talking about, which is
Okay, great.
early in heavy friending, in the early days, when Joe and I were just getting to know each other. We did a little workout episode together, and it was called 8-minute abs, 8-minute arms, 8-minute buns. It was 8-minute everything. And we did 8-minute arms together on the podcast. You can go back to season 1 to listen to that. And Joe was using, for weights, 2 soup cans. Sometimes he would use a brick, with a decorative brick with his name on it. And didn't sometimes you use a laundry detergent?
See, what you're doing is exercise shaming.
It's not exercise.
It shouldn't matter
wasn't
how a
exercise.
person decides to better themselves.
You weren't
Be it
bettering
with
yourself.
a chunky soup can.
And granted, he did use a chunky soup can.
Oh,
it wasn't
potato.
just a Campbell's
it was
tomato.
Creamy. It was potato, thick, chunky potato soup.
That was one of the, that was early on. And I remember thinking that was just so funny. It was the funniest thing to me.
And
As a certified personal trainer, it was hilarious. I don't know.
well, why I switched was because I realized I needed more of a. I needed to sweat.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't
Well,
sweating.
just go on down to the dermatologist's office.
Yeah, it's like a sauna in there. It's expensive though, $50 a pop. Mm-hmm. Although I guess I could just sit in the waiting room for free.
Oh, yeah. Just say you have an appointment and then leave when you feel like it.
I mean, they usually ask you to check in if you say you have an appointment. I have an appointment.
Don't worry.
They'll
I've
call
got one,
me.
yeah.
What were you saying about posture and anything else?
Posture, man.
Yeah.
Like, we're slumping. All of us are hunching and slumping and walking around like old ladies and old men and old non-binary people too.
Well, and then, oh, hi, what's this? What am I waving at you?
A cell phone.
A cell phone. Now,
I thought you were going to say, "Oh, hi, what's this?" A cell phone. I thought you were.
No,
I didn't know you wanted me.
I needed your help.
Okay.
So now, what am I doing?
Oh,
Describe now what I'm.
He's leaned over. He's sticking his tongue out. Now he's pulling his pants down. Now he's taking a picture of his moles again. Yeah, it's bad. You know, I heard that people are getting more wrinkles like on their necks.
Yeah, I heard that too.
From looking down at their fucking phones all the time. But I don't know because I feel like I'm always looking down to read. I read a lot. I'm a well-read person.
And the mind is something we also need to work out.
Oh, there's a lot of health up here in your brain, guys. A lot of health going on, or unhealth in some situations.
Thank you, doctor.
Yeah, I mean, you got to take care of your brains. You got to feed your brain good foods.
Oh, what's a great food for your brain? Go.
Edamame.
Oh,
Right off the dome.
Very
edamame,
good. Very good.
A healthy snack, right?
Sure.
You got to feed your brain good sights. You got to put healthy ideas into your brain, all right? You don't want to look at this garbage on the TV.
No.
You want to get Mr. Rogers on. You know,
Mr.
he
Rogers.
makes you feel good, doesn't he?
yeah. And he's definitely going to expand your vocabulary.
Oh, really hope he doesn't turn out to be a pedophile.
I think
I hope nothing like that comes
that
out.
ship has sailed. I think they've...
Oof, don't.
Because I think the
too
thing about
soon.
Mr. Rogers is people wanted him to be bad.
Well, it's like...
But it's like the more you dug in, you realized he really
it's
was
like, who's really that nice, though?
that
you
good.
know?
I think
And
that's
dresses
why
like
he
that.
was so impressive, because people I do think wanted to find the skeleton.
Oh, I hope no one ever does, because that will be a very, very sad thing.
But that's what I'm saying. I think
he
been
probably
pretty
will
well
find
researched.
one. I bet he like to get pissed on, which, you know what? Nothing wrong with that.
But that's not violent.
It's
that's not,
no.
you know.
Well, it depends on how strong someone's.
Well, but if he's
flow.
getting peed on himself, that's not hurting anyone else.
No.
So,
No.
won't you be my
Pee
piss
partner?
neighbor? I love that guy. I'm sorry.
Oh, he's a great guy. Yeah. So you're feeding you know what else you got to do, guys? You got to get some fresh air. How about go outside and get a little fresh air? No, wear your sunscreen, of course.
Wear your sunscreen. And
That's the problem with health. It's like, they're like, oh, go outside, go for a walk. Well, now I got to wear a hat and I got to put sunscreen on because the sun's going to kill me. Oh, but if I don't get sun, now I got low vitamin D. I got depression from low vitamin D and bone density problems. Oh, so take this vitamin D supplement that they're giving. Oh, well, guess what that causes? It causes people's bones to get too hard and people's femurs are fucking snapping. You know, you can't win with health, can you?
that's why I would rather just live my life. I go to these Coke machines.
Oh, yeah.
You go to them
on every corner, right?
Probably, pretty much. No, the ones I'm talking about specifically. The ones I mean specifically are those red ones. On every corner. These red ones. You know the red ones where you can mix up all your flavors, right? You can have some stupid flavor.
Yeah.
That clearly, like, if it was a good idea, they would have done it, because they've made so many bad flavors.
Yeah.
But this isn't really related to what I'm saying. But I want a machine like that, but it's all these vitamins and necessary things I need.
Oh.
So every morning it makes me a cocktail, and I say, I'll take a little B12.
Yeah.
I'll take a little C3,
Yeah.
R2, D2,
Yep.
and then just a little bit of vanilla flavoring or something.
Oh, yeah. Something to make it
You
good.
gotta add the little bit of sugar to make the medicine go down.
That's right.
So that's what I want.
I think that's a great idea.
And I think the Coca-Cola company...
You shouldn't have said this on the podcast, because we could maybe prototype. Let's make it. I mean, imagine. Wouldn't that be great?
Mm-hmm. Every
That's
man,
amazing.
woman, and child.
I'm telling you, in the future, what they're going to do is, it's every morning you're going to wake up, you're going to step into a machine. It's going to do a full body scan. And they're going to locate, there's a tumor. There's something starting to grow. They're going to go in with the fucking computers and zoom and see, oh no, just kidding. It's you just got a little gas. And let me tell you something, guys. A lot of times when you think something's wrong with you, it is just gas.
That's true. Don't go into alarm mode until you've maybe tried to push a little something out.
Yeah. Or just, relax. Don't push, just relax.
Can I
see what
ask
happens.
you a question?
Sure.
Water.
Yeah. Oh, water. Let me tell you.
I drink it, probably not enough. I'm a man who's had multiple kidney stones.
Oh, yeah.
As a result of dehydration and not filling my body with the natural spirit. But it also helps with bowel movements.
It helps with everything.
Your
complexion, your hair, luster, shine, wrinkles.
Sure. That's going to plump you up. It's going to juice
your
you up.
mouth makes when you talk.
Thank you.
No one wants to hear that.
I thought that made that when you're lubricated.
No, when you're dry. When you're dry, it makes more noise. Your mouth so sticky in there. So yeah, drink your water, guys. Drink your water. It's simple.
So let's
So what's
recap.
the question?
Oh, that was it.
Okay.
Actually,
Wasn't a
no. The
question, more
question,
like a statement.
The
just
question
water.
was, does it make you fart?
No.
Because it does with me now.
Okay. Well, let's.
But I think it has
Let's
something
dive
to
into that a
do
little
with because it helps you.
Okay. How are you drinking the water out of a straw?
No,
Are you
I hate
gulping?
straws. I hate plastic.
Well, I use I have a silicone reusable straw. It goes in the washing machine.
No, but I think it's because it's it's doing things.
I think maybe
in the
you're
old
gulping,
system.
and when you're gulping, you're taking air in too. So, for example,
Oh no, I don't think that's
when
true. I don't think that's true.
Sometimes when I'm obsessively drink water, like before an audition or something like that, I would start burping a lot because I was sucking in all that excess
sucking in
air.
it's coming out my butt.
Well,
Come on.
maybe you're really. It's
No,
going
I think
all the
I'm
way through.
loosening things down.
Okay.
In the bowels,
Okay.
and then it's
Okay.
like, oh, it's what are they? A rabbit season or whatever. So
Rabbit season.
I don't know. It's like
Is that a phrase?
hunting
Is it little
season?
pebbles? Like
It's like
little rabbit
hunting
pellets?
season down
Oh,
there.
okay.
I don't know. Lots happening.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So it's a bloody mess. I think we've driven it home. Go see your doctors.
Yeah, we focus
Stay
on
out of the
one,
sun,
but
but also get sun. Drink your water.
floss.
Oh
floss.
God, you guys! If you're not flossing and you're bragging about not flossing, which a lot of people are like, I don't. You know, how people brag about not flossing. It's like you brag about decaying meat in between your teeth.
I guess I haven't heard this.
Oh, they'll be like, I don't. It's not like bragging, but they're not embarrassed, by the fact they don't floss.
Oh, yeah.
You should be embarrassed that you have old food from God knows how long past impacted in between your fucking teeth. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
You're sick and you're disgusting. Get a piece of floss. This is America. There's floss on every corner, just like there's soda pop stands on every corner. Floss, okay?
Yeah.
So those are all your main things.
Floss. Yeah.
How many lives do you think we saved today?
If we just saved one, it would have been all worth it.
I agree.
And
I
if
agree.
that one was just me,
I
and
think
my,
it was
like, moldy
the one mole
body,
on your dick. Yeah.
then that's probably fine for me.
When we first met, did you think, you came to that door and
Hello?
knocked on the door. I
Hello?
opened up. I said, hey, I was real nice, right? When you first came in.
I don't remember.
That was nice. Like, oh, hey, like I was a normal person. And did you think you'd be telling me and a whole bunch of other people about that weird mole on your dick? You had it then, didn't you? If that mole
I don't
could
know
talk,
if I did. I
that
don't
mole
know.
could talk,
It definitely.
he'd say, I'm real lonely down here. Oh, thank you guys so much for listening today. And I really hope you heed our advice.
Send us, photos of your moles. 'Cause
Yeah.
Now I have this
We're not
checklist.
we're not doctors, but I always like to say, I feel like we're qualified. And doctors, it's not all book learning. Some of it's street smarts. It's
true.
like, common sense tells you, hey, put a leech on it,
If it looks,
Throw a leech on
looks
it.
like a duck and quacks like a duck,
Yep.
definitely get some scissors and cut off that mole yourself. Because
Yep.
the more time
could.
you waste,
Ice Cube,
I love him and I love a lot of rappers. And they need to be healthy just like, everyone else.
They all need to be healthy, yeah. You're right.
So stay safe, stay healthy, and follow your dreams.